Because I like making the Moors video, I decided to make another one. So let's see what today's victim is. The Churchill Mark 8. Let's dissect this moving cigar box. Let's look at the history of this tank. The original Churchill tanks were made for a World War I-like war. It was an infantry tank, so there was no focus on mobility or firepower. During the Battle of France, the British High Command realized that this wasn't a World War I-like war, so the entire concept had to be redesigned. Infantry tank Mark IV Churchill designs were ready in July 1940 and the first prototypes were made by December of the same year. Production soon followed in June 1941. The Churchill tanks served in both North Africa and in Operation Overlord. But that's enough history. Now we will meet the crew. You have Nigel the driver, Arthur the loader, Richard the gunner, Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery, and assistant driver Harry. Now the armor, which I hate doing because it takes up a fuck ton of time. The Churchill has effective armor between 102 and 152 mm on the front. And for some reason its lower glacis has effective armor of more than 300 mm. It has 95 mm of armor on the side of the hull. The back of the hull has 50 to 57 mm of effective armor. The front of the turret has effective armor between 152 and 161 mm. The sides and back of the turret have effective armor of 95 mm. This time I can actually do the top. The top hat that this thing wears has effective armor between 15 to 20 mm of sugar cubes. Finally, we can look at the weapons. To be clear, I am talking about the Mark 8 version. The Churchill's main weapon is the Ordnance QF 75mm tank gun. Churchill carries 84 cigars for this gun. The Churchill's secondary weapon is the 7.92mm Bisa machine gun, which is only useful against Jerry infantry. Now mobility. The Churchill is heavy, just like Winston, and the similarities go further, since they are both slow. Only 20 km/h. Bikes are faster again. So that was the Churchill Heavy Empire Dispenser. I hope you enjoyed and have a shitty day.